All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and others, great millstone, who teach very well. Why not this truth from the salutation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And today, man, just basically again, we heard a rumor for the Lord, and this rumor is true, man. This comes from a notable source, which is the heavens, man. And they have been declared ever since the beginning. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and start off with here. This is the book of Isaiah. And again, for lack of better words, people thinking the Bible times is, people with sounders on. No, we're actually still living in Bible times. Actually, we're living in the height of the Bible times, man. Why? Because here in these latter days, the prophecies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will come to pass in front of all you people, man. This is the book of Isaiah 42 in verse 8. It says, I am the Lord, Yahweh Shalaki. I am the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is my name. And my glory will I not give to another. Yes. So again, people saying all these things that's going on, you try to give credit to Trump, you try to give credit to Iran, but really it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua who's controlling these things. It tells us that in the book of Proverbs, the 21st chapter, how the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. So ultimately, all these bad events is thus saith the Lord. Let's continue on. It says, neither my praise to a graven images. Yes. So JC is not going to get the praise of destroying Babylon the Great or crumpling down this system right before your eyes. No, it's going to be Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Just like he did that mighty work in Egypt, he's doing the same thing now. Go ahead and continue on. Behold, the former things are coming to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them, and how the Lord tell you of them through his prophets, man. Like the Lord is just going to come down and, World War III is going to happen. No, that'll be too easy, man. The Lord is really testing the sincerity of these people, because the Lord is sending up ordinary men to tell you about the things that's happening in the near future, man. And what's happening in the near future, the destruction of Babylon the Great. But new things have to come first, like the seal. That's a new thing that the Lord have declared, even though that prophecy was written over 2,000 years ago. Prophecy I'm talking about is Revelation 13 and 16, because that prophecy must come to pass in order for the missiles to come, man. An hour of temptation, a lot of people are going to die and be beheaded for our Lord's sake. So let's go ahead and go back into this word rumor. Word rumor, we're going to get the third definition. It says a talk or report of a notable person or event. And the event that we're talking about is the destruction of Babylon the Great. And we mentioned these notable people such as Trump and Putin, but also the Rothschilds, the Morgans, the Gettys, the guys who have the paper bag that's fueling these different chaotic events upon the planet Earth. Because we know this nigga is trying to do order out of chaos, but the only thing that you're going to do is fulfill prophecy, man. And that's the beautiful thing about the Lord, man. You can't do anything against the truth, but for the truth. Let's go ahead and go right here in Jeremiah 49, because it says a notable report about a person or event. Let's go right here. This is the book of Jeremiah 49, and I'm going to start at verse... let's start at verse 13. It says, for I have sworn by myself. Now, Lord put it, people say on God. The Lord putting it on himself, man. That I will make, it's like that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. Now, this is not talking about the ancient Basra, because once you go into Basra, that's one of the major cities of Edom, But ultimately, Basra here today will be with America. This is where the so-called white man pushed forth his rhetoric. He don't do it over there in France or even Germany and things like that. Yes, they play a part, but America is the main guys who's pushing forth this agenda. The agenda of democracy, the agenda of this beast system, and ultimately the agenda of this digital system, man. There's a reason why this world currency is ran by the U.S. dollar. That just shows you who's in control. Even Yahushua made that statement, whose face is on the money. You know, give thou Caesar what is in Caesar. So they're showing you who's in complete rule here in these latter days. And you can say, yeah, man, China got the yuan, but they got to transfer it to the U.S. dollar in order it to be valuable to trade. Let's go ahead and continue on, though. It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent the ambassador is sent unto the heathen. Yes. And that ambassador is us, man. We are those spiritual vanguards, those spiritual watchmen who warn you from the times ahead. You know? It says, an ambassador is sent among the heathen, saying, gather ye up. It's like, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to battle. Yes, be prepared for World War III. And we can see that thing that's happening with Iran, even though this is not the end, it's close to it. Again, that's why it's a rumor. And it's true, you know. It seemed to be true. This guy's trying to chip everybody. You know, he's trying to get everybody to believe his propaganda. You know, but ultimately what he really want to do is to just do away with Israel. And the ones who don't bow down and who do bow down, he's going to chip them. That's his MO. And the Lord is going to stop you by World War III, man. This the book, because you guys are trying to get this New World Order off the ground. You rushing because you know our Lord is coming back. This book of Jeremiah 51, and I'm going to start at verse... Let's start at verse 43. It says, her cities are a desolation, a dry land, and a wilderness, a land wherein no man dwelleth, neither doth any son of man pass thereby. And I will punish Baal in Babylon, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he swallowed up, the nation of Israel, you know, because we are the richest. It says, and the nation shall not flow together anymore unto him. Yeah, the wall of Babylon shall fall. And it's falling now, you know. Brick by brick, layer by layer, by the way of us prophesying, man. You know, continuing on. It says, my people shall go ye out of the midst of her, and shall deliver every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord. Yes, the destruction. Because the indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua will be shown in the form of intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's the weapons of his indignation, man. It's no coincidence that war is the main stage upon the planet Earth now. And there's no peace talks anymore. You know? There's no more peace talks. Only thing that's now is fisticuffs. You know, people throwing hands now. Because again, these devils is going to try to get that NWO off the ground. Continuing on though. It says, and at least y'all have faint, and ye shall fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after, in another year shall a rumor come, violence in the land, ruler against ruler. And right down. Because we, you know, you first came into the truth, the missile's coming. It be something to quiet down. It be something to quiet down. Hey, now things are not quieting down, man. The trumpet is being blown a certain sound of war in desolation. So don't fear for the rumor to come. And each year the rumor comes, the prophecies become stronger and stronger. You know? Now, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, people were scoffing at the sea hill, man. Now it's in your face through Elon Musk and these... you know, UBIs, universal basic income, is in your face. How this devil is going to try to make you buy and sell, man. But ultimately, the reason why we're not fearing, because this is the will of the Lord coming to pass. It says, therefore, behold, the days come that I shall do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon. Upon that graven image too, is that sea hill. Because if you got it, the Lord is going to destroy you. There's a graven image inside you. It says, in her whole land shall be confounded, yeah, everybody who's in there, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Yes, everybody who got that chip, who go into the ways of Babylon, the Lord say he's going to destroy you. You know? And I'd rather get my head chopped off instead of getting the missiles, man. You know? Continuing on. Let's go right here into Matthew 24, and we're going to end it just going back into the rumor of the Lord, man. Matthew 24, and I'm jumping down to verse 5. Matter of fact, verse 4. Matter of fact, let's start at 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming in the end of the world? Yes, the end of this age, the end of this rulership, the end of the Roman Empire 2.0. Because that's all this society is. And Yahweh answered and said unto them, take heed, don't no man deceive you. Because people trying to tell you the end is going to come in 100 years. You know, People saying the end is going to come 1,000 years from now. No. Everything is set up right now to destroy Babylon the Great. Continuing on. It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. False pastors and prophets. You saying you're the anointed, but you leading the people astray. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, that thing with Iran. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So the end is not yet, man. Certain things must come to pass, like what? That seal being mandated throughout the four corners of the world. If you don't take heed into that device, and this devil, he's going to try to eliminate you, unalive you. You know, but at the same time, the Lord, he's going to protect his men. He's going to protect his children, you know. Here in these latter days, while he's going to destroy Esau, Edom, and everybody who's in the mindset of him. And to show that you have the mindset of Esau or the mindset of a Babylonian is going to be verified by you having a device inside you. So yeah, I pray this video is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Makabodash. I want to give double honors to my apostle, Ellis Great Millstone, and Shalom.